especially with how many updates they're going to have over between now and the end of the year. All right. So as someone just pointed out, we're kicking off with Tribal 3ofs deck because playing 4 of cards is overrated. We played an approach deck on stream in the past. We played a straight blue-white build. Today we're going to go ahead and try out a Esper variation. So we have Thoughtseize, Thought Erasure, and Hero's Downfall as extra black cards in this base blue-white deck. We notably have Fae of Wishes here, which can serve as an early blocker, as well as grab our second copy of Approach the Second Sun out of the sideboard in different addition to various utility, like Hour of Revelation, or Counterspells Game 1, or another Thoughtseize, or stuff like that. Teferi Time Raveler is especially annoying and powerful with Approach the Second Sun, because he allows us to end step cast Approach, untap, cast another Approach right away, just like not give our opponent a chance to react to us winning the game. I think the mana in these 3-color decks is mostly fine, Polly. By the numbers, the mana works. And obviously that doesn't mean we're always going to be able to cast everything, but by the numbers, it's very reasonable. So I'm going to ask if I'm doing a couple of short days this week. I do so many random long weeks that, like, normal days look short. So yeah, especially because next week we're going to be adding standard content back in. I'm probably going to be doing long days. I am trying to stick to my normal 7:30 to 2:30 schedule this week. Although Thursday, I guess, yeah, Thursday I have to take Thursday morning off. I have an appointment I have to go to Thursday morning. Is Rider just always better than Hero's Downfall now? So this deck has both Narset and Search for Azcanta in it, which Narset and Search for Azcanta cannot get Murderous Rider, but they find Hero's Downfall. The man, the myth, the legend, the Day 9 TV. Checking in for the 12th month. I appreciate that, Sean. Welcome back. Hope you're having an excellent start to your week wherever you are. What are the chances WotC bans nothing in standard? 0%. Something's going to get banned. So, something that's a little awkward. I lost my sub-streak when my credit card got canceled on all channels. What a tilt. Should I... Day, you can pick, Day. Would you rather have the VIP badge, Sean, or a mod sword? It's weird that you can't have both, and the mod sword overrides the VIP. I think I mulligan that first hand because it's just like really slow. You almost never want to approach in your opening hand. VIP badge. The VIP badge is more special. Thanks for the one and only Snoop Doge checking in for the 11th month. Welcome back. We got our second snowfall today here in the cornfields. I'm not Day 9, but Day 9 is great. Buy his stuff. HJ checking in for the 10th month. Yeah, this downfall art is very good. Agree with that. I think I'm going to play this Hallowed Fountain tapped here to start, because I don't really know what this hand is looking for. Like, both lands and spells sound appealing, and in the event my opponent's playing something aggressive here, I'd rather not shock to cast a cantrip. Yeah, so next week, not only are we very likely to get a ban on the 18th, but on Tuesday the 19th and then Wednesday the 20th, Twitch Rivals is going to be running a 200 streamer event that is freshly banned standard. So whatever the new standard format ends up being, there's going to be a large tournament with a bunch of us playing in it. It will be a 32-player Day 2 cut, and if I make the cut, we'll be playing standard on both of those days in that event. I like the animation with Jeff being knighted. Also, when Shillionaires, can we request VIP badges but still be allowed to chat? Ooh, that's a good suggestion. We could give Shillionaires a VIP badge if they want it. Sorry, to complete my thought, Wizard of the Coast is definitely going to ban something on the 18th because there is a third Mythic Championship for some reason in this same standard format. So something This is the first and only time I believe this has ever happened, but there is an Arena Mythic Championship 7, which I believe Day 9 will be casting. He often does those. Will be in this same standard format again. It's December like 8th and 9th, I believe. 6th to the 8th. Yeah, there you go. I was close. Yeah, so December 6th to 8th. So I'd be very surprised if they left this format the same for that event. Won my local FNM and Pioneer with mono red, but I noticed how sweet the format is between Copter and Light Up the Stage. Yep. Yeah, even mono red has a lot of things going on, I agree. Maybe I should have shocked in to play around Stubborn Denial. I don't know. A lot of these scissor decks have not had Stub in their main deck. And this is the unfortunate, like, you know, control deck problem. Like, I've got these two answers, but I just, like, can't beat this Darksteel Citadel, right? Just super dead. I don't have any answers, right? It's actually kind of funny to note that if I was playing straight blue-white, this would be a Deacon Stone, and Deacon Stone would actually deal with this. 3 mana Teferi bounces non-land permanents, chat. This is still a land. Is a land creature. So I could bounce the enchantment, but then they get to replay the enchantment. Yeah, but the odds of those two things coming together, Brad, before they kill us are like astronomically low. Yeah. All right, so Nyx-Fleece Ram sounds great here. Blocks a little bit. I think I want this extra Fatal Push. Probably trim a Fae of Wishes. Want like fewer win conditions overall. Just more ways to stay alive. Is Mystical Dispute good here? It's probably not good enough. Oh, you're super right. This one's not non-land permanent. This one, and that's one of those things that's awkward. You're super right. So this explicitly names card types that it can bounce, whereas Hero of Dominaria specifies non-land. So Hero of Dominaria cannot tuck the Darksteel Citadel, but Teferi Time Raveler could bounce it there. So I apologize. I did have Time Raveler as a way to interact there, if we drew it. V101 Dude coming in hot with that brand new Prime support. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Hope you're having an excellent Monday wherever you are. Well, Anguish Unmaking actually suffers from the same thing I was just talking about there, Stack Robber, which I'm confident Anguish Unmaking is worded like this, in that it says non-land permanent. So, if I was on the draw here, I would Thoughtseize on 1 to make sure they can't scissors me. But I think because I'm on the play here, did I board out both Suns? No. And even if I did, I have 2 copies of Fae of Wishes. It might actually be right to board them both out. I think because I'm on the play here, my sequencing is going to be tapped Shambling Vent on 1, Thoughtseize, and then tap Shambling Vent on 1, and then turn 2 Thoughtseize plus tapped Hallowed Fountain. I think because we're on the play here, we can likely get cards with both of these, playing them on 2-3, and I want to preserve my health total in this more aggressive matchup. Yeah, I think the Contempt's not worth it. I also think, again, like, people that are, like, trying to suggest we change our answers drastically based on this one matchup, this format's still developing, and one of the reasons why control decks in general tend to struggle in new formats, this isn't even just true of Pioneer, it's true of Standard too, right? When Standard develops, is we don't know exactly what people are playing in this format yet, so we can't really make good choices. They're all just, like, educated guesses. No, I've never played 3 Suns, Wargy Corgi. I think playing another Sun in your main deck is much worse than just playing more Fae of Wishes. And again, if I was on the draw this game, I would definitely go Concealed Courtyard on 1, Thoughtseize, Hallowed Fountain on 2, Thought Erasure. But because we're on the play, I think I can take it a little bit more slowly. Opponent's doorbell must have rung. Now, this is a real downside. Because they have both 2 Smuggler's Copters here, I now can't take both Smuggler's Copters before they get to deploy them. I think I need to take one of them still. Because, like, I can't let this card survive. It's going to beat me down otherwise. But that is a very big downside to my sequencing here. I mean, from a game theory perspective, it is objectively correct to always play proactive decks early on in formats. Allure, thanks for keeping on with that sub gift. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Hope you're having a great day wherever you are. So this turn actually has a lot of thought to go into it. So they have Spire Copter. A reason they didn't play Smuggler's Copter here could be that they drew Stubborn Denial. And I want to play Fatal Push and Thought Erasure here, but I think I'm supposed to push first, because if I Thought Erasure and then push, there's a good chance their hand could be crap, and then they cash that crap in for the Beaumont Courier. So I think I lead on push here and then Thought Erasure. The problem with this is if they have Stubborn Denial in hand, this allows them to soft stub my Thought Erasure and counter it like they did in the first game. But I think this sequencing is correct. Yeah, feels bad, man. And again, Magic's a game about, you know, you got to make those correct percentage plays. It doesn't mean you're always going to win, but I think that sequencing is correct there. I think I'd rather deal with Beaumont than get the Smuggler's Copter out of their hand. All right, and I'm just going to shock this in and fire up the Shambling Vent here because I have nothing. There's no point in bluffing. They're going to attack with the Copter anyways. I guess if they draw a creature, I technically take one more. But Ginger Brute would be unblockable anyways, right? So yeah, I think I definitely just want to smack them for 2 here. The old shambles. Hey, we have one more turn to draw Blue Source. Thank you very much. Emery is scary. This card, I haven't seen this card in builds of this deck yet. Seems very, very good. If we don't ever... Wow. That's some technology. Yeah, I think we're just dead here at this point. I can't kill Emery because I don't have Revolt for Fatal Push. I can't cast Dig Through Time. Our opponent's name is Seaman Rock. Maybe Emery's a sideboard card in their deck. I could honestly see Emery being a good sideboard card. It's on Newmont playing list with Emery. Sweet. Yeah, cards, like I said, card seems very good there. Choices. Do 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 do. If you sell your MTGO card to a bot, how much do you lose in tickets? Depends on the bot, depends on the card. Cards that are in higher demand have thinner margins, so you lose less on them. A lot of sites like MTGO traders generally have how much they buy and sell cards for posted. Hey, my attire kind of matches our card frame in our deck today, huh? I've got my blue polo and my blackish hoodie on. Definitely coordinated that. It's Dimir Day. We knew it was only a matter of time, chat. We knew it was only a matter of time before they started trying to use our own tools against us. But it looks to be playing the blue-red squids deck. I have no one to blame but myself. The reason for Hero's Downfall is because Hero's Downfall helps fuel dig through time, and you can find Hero's Downfall with Search for Azcanta and Narset, and you could not find Murderous Rider with those cards. Insoul in the red artifact deck sounds sweet. Anderson played Blue-Red Emerge yesterday with 2 main deck Chandras and 4 Mutavaults and 0 Sanctums. Well, he played a list that had 3 Mutavaults in it, which is the list that I had tweeted that I said I would play personally after playing some more. So you're like half accurate. You can also find my current preferred blue-red list on my website, which also has 0 Sanctums in it. Pierce me, daddy. Yeah, he did cut Mutavault the second time, which I don't agree with. I think Mutavault's an underplayed card in this format. I think it's very good. I think I'm gonna bottom this. I guess their deck doesn't have that much reach in it. Yeah, actually, I'm going to top this. And just take their Chandra away here. Vomit. Things are not looking good for our hero, chat. Alright, them missing a land there is great for us. So I can play this Glacial Fortress out here. And then I can downfall this and dig this turn. Yeah, I mean, the blue-red deck wins a lot of games just by virtue of Flamewake Phoenix killing people. Oh, I did add a 25th land. You're right. The build I tweeted did not have a Sanctum in it. I tweeted a 24 land build with no Sanctum. I'm through 2 of my 3 downfalls here, which is not good for us. Okay. We're going to 4. The Shambling Vent can buffer our life total a little bit. Put a stop on my opponent's draw step here. So they have Lightning Axe, and then 2 cards I don't know. Show me all secrets. Are you ready? Bone Crusher's no longer ready. Yeah, I think I'm in for Fae of Wishes here. Oh, there's a Hero's Downfall on my sideboard. I'm super in for Fae of Wishes. Alright, so I just got to fade for 1 turn here. They have a number of cards that kill us here. But if we can fade Flame Wake and Bone Crusher Giant, we'll be in a good spot. They can't axe my Shambling Vent. I have Teferi. Good try though, Twitch chat. Good try. You tried, right? That's all you could really ask for. Yep. Alright, I'm dead to one of their things again here. Maybe my line this turn is bad. I don't know. If they want to trade Fumarole, the fact that they bricked here means we're probably going to be good to go. So their hand right now is like double axe, and they can't axe inside of combat. Because they're currently playing Hearthstone. So Vents will trade for Fumarole. We'll go to 4. Lumbering Falls v Shambling Vent. Let's go. Oh, that's true too. They could elect to just let me gain 2 and then axe it in the second main phase, but I think that's not very good. I guess the axes aren't really doing anything for them, so it's probably fine. Let me tell you about my friend Draw Step Thought Erasure. He's a very rude dude. Yep, the game is over. Yep, we just granted for approach here. You have a Flame Wake Phoenix. I know it sounds odd, but I think Magic would be better off without priority in the draw step as well as end the combat. Yeah, I think that's true, DeCandio. I think those are two things that are very mana burn-esque, right? It's I don't think they add. They're just kind of confusing and awkward and lead to a lot of feel-bads. Thanks for 16 months, Corn Chips. Although, are those 2 steps that Eternal got rid of? Yeah, I'd believe that. So, they're dead next turn. Because we're going to dig through time We're going to dig through time and get our approach back. And again, that's the one thing that really, I enjoy about the approach the Second Sun in these control decks. It's it gives us a way to actually end the game so we don't spend infinite time in garbage time. An opponent knows we're getting back to our approach. So they conceded. Disdainful Stroke's very good here. Mystic Dispute is not particularly good. Aether Gust seems fine. Fatal Push is a little mediocre, I think. I'll board these, and I think I like the Supreme Verdicts as sweepers. What do we think of this plan? Wow, way to convince people to play Emerge and then beat up on the Emerge players. Yeah, this card's very good against the Emerge deck. The deck has a lot of flashy elements to it, and like, it bounces the Phoenix Egg. Elixir of Immortality is the only true way to play control. That's a take. This is fine. Having our one copy of Approach in our opener kind of sucks, but the rest of the spells are good. And we have all of our colors, so. Correct me if I'm wrong, but no card has ever been oppressive as Oko in Standard. I don't think that. Jace the Mind Sculptor. Skull Clamp. So, I think you're wrong. They've severely jacked up Standard to points like this. In seasons past. Has there been a downside to only playing one approach to the main deck? Nope, there's no downside. Lukewarm take. There's been more bad Standard formats than good over the years. But that ultimately doesn't really matter because casual Magic is what makes Magic tick. Is Cawblade worse than Oko? Again, pinning all of Standard's current problems on Oko, in my opinion, shows a misunderstanding of what's actually wrong with Standard. I get it that Oko's very memeable, but like, there's a lot that goes into the issues that go into Standard that far surpass just like Oko is an issue. I don't know that we can ever beat Flamewake Phoenix. I don't have any Rest in Peace in the 75 because I'm playing Dig Through Time. And maybe that's a mistake. Rest in Peace is actually very reasonable against the blue-red deck as a number of graveyard elements. Yeah, green has a lot of cards that I would describe as deeply problematic. Do I want to stroke this or do I want to downfall it? I think I'm going to stroke it. Just because, like, continuing to hold up for stroke kind of sucks. Like, I could, like, let it resolve and then Heroes downfall it. That's fine, too. More to Mr. Maple Syrup. Yeah, I can see Leyline being okay. The problem with Leyline is that Leyline as like a 1 or 2 of, or like a 2 or 3 of tends to suck. Like if you want to play Leyline, I think you should probably be playing 4, because like playing Leyline on the 4th turn like isn't good. And you want enough to like find it in your opener basically. And I'm gonna add a command for Heroes Downfall. I think this card's super sweet. This card's on my list of things to test in the opponent's archetype. Glory Banger is real good. I mean, yeah, it's Wrath time, I guess. Is it? I guess. Like, they're gonna cast this Bone Crusher Giant that I know about and then just kill me. And I actually don't think it's Wrath time. I think it's Heroes Downfall this pass. Because that way next turn I can Supreme Verdict to kill the Bone Crusher Giant without taking 2. Because, like, if I Wrath, the Flame Wake's just coming back to the Bone Crusher. So, like, we're currently mostly dead, but we're not all dead. Dead to a number of things. Not dead on board. Huh. If I just cast Fae of Wishes as a blocker, that sounds great. Thanks for 11 months, Jen Rand. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Could be an EDF. Could also just be like they don't want to like play this out into a sweeper, and I'm dead on board with the Flame Wake anyways. They just like want me to kill the spend a removal spell on this. Yeah, honestly, I mean, so far this league, like, the Deccan Stones and Castouts, the straight blue-white build is playing, would have been better, right? Is, like, something that's reasonable to note. Yeah, Last Breath is very good in this matchup, too. Yeah, I agree, Bob. I think Deccan Stone's a premium removal spell. It's very, very good. I think Deccan Stone should be in most white decks in the format. It's definitely worse than Path to Exile, but super playable. Tidwell, cashing in that prime for the 12th month. Let's get you a sword to go with that shield. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having an excellent Monday wherever you are. EDF is Elder Deep Fiend, was the Emerge Eldrazi that my opponent cast at the end of their turn there. Octodad, Octodad, doing whatever an Octodad can. Do 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 do. Octodad, do do do. I know Dig's a good card, but I'm not sure anything is enables Hedron alignment good. Probably not. Fun Magic Trivia. Standard became a format in July 1997. Wizards boldly claimed that no card would ever be banned in Standard. Tolarian Academy and Windfall were banned in December 1998. That's a heck of a history lesson, let me tell you. Let me tell you what. Nah, the blue-red deck's way more fun than the blue-green deck. The blue-green deck's just super linear. I prefer my decks have more feel smarts in them. So, like, don't get me wrong, the blue-green deck's still very good. I need to feel smart while I play Magic. Charm me, daddy. Charm me. You know you want to. Do 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 do. No, John Oliver's last week tonight is on my list of post-stream things to watch. As always, catch up on Colbert and Oliver and other things while I put together my YouTube stuff at the end of the day. John Oliver is a national treasure that we don't deserve. God bless immigration. Without immigration, we wouldn't have John Oliver. So I shocked in the Godless Shrine here because I want to play Teferi Time Raveler around a soft stub. Obviously, if they have a second Izzet Charm, I still get countered, but I think it's correct to play around another Stubborn Denial here. want to say I sincerely enjoy your content to keep up the great work. Thanks for your 11 months, Flash. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Hope you're having a great Monday wherever you are. John Oliver is the best thing Britain has given us in modern times. Yep, we're just filling up the bin, right? Like they're missing land drops, and the search for Azcanta is eventually gonna flip over and do its thing. All right, what 7 spells do you have? Show me your secrets. Yeah, I mean, we knew we were about to see 7 spells, right, chat? Like that was an inevitability. We knew we were about to see 7 spells. Yeah, that Thoughtseize can stay right there. Thank you very much. Nope, no. Oh, almost forgot to play my land. So, taking the Rekindling Phoenixes, because I can't hero fall those. Hero's Downfall, whatever this card's called. MTGO is rough. What is this weird card that isn't Murderous Rider in our hand? What's going on, Bargo? We had Hero's Downfall. Take the other Rekindling Phoenix. We're gonna have to... These Flame Wakes are gonna be quite the problem for future Jeff here, though. Honestly, it might have been right to fire this up and attack them. If they play Flamewake here, I might Heroes Downfall it. I feel like they want to loot those away to Royal Scion those, so like... If I was them, I'd play a Scion here. Just want to shout out all my fellow veterans on Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day to everybody who's serving or has served in the past. I would like to bin that. Is that a good one, chat? You know what feels good against someone missing land drops? Papa Tef. Papa Tef feels good against someone who's missing their land drops. Trash card, been hit. So I'm going to downfall this in response to their +1 because I don't want them to draw a blue source and have a Stubborn Denial for this. This lets them make their discard with a little bit extra information, but like they're discarding Flamewake Phoenix regardless almost certainly here. So they've got Glory Banger, Chandra Torch of Defiance, and Bone Crusher in their hand. That was a good draw. Let's go ahead and Thought Erasure here. Yeah, this game, I think we're solidly in garbage time at this point. I'm actually going to go ahead and take their Bone Crusher Giant here. Yeah, that can stay there. And with Teferi's plus, I get to Disdainful Stroke plus activate Azcanta this turn. I took the Bone Crusher Giant because it's a card I can't stroke that brings back their Flame Wakes. And Flame Wakes are a way they could get back into this game for sure. With Azcanta and Hero of Dominaria, hopefully we're going to bury them pretty quickly here, but... feels like they stumbled for long enough that they're not going to be able to catch back up here. Which is, again, I think you want 25 lands in the Blue-Red Eldrazi deck. Was one of the changes I made in the list on my site right now. And they're just planning to dig here? Sure. So they're going to dig in response to me activating, I assume? Nope. All right, sure, deal. Weird. Waiting till my turn feels strange here. I actually kind of like more blue sources. You can check the replay. Yikes. Don't have the metagame numbers for the day. It was 69% Oko decks. Nice. It was a nice number of Oko decks. Day 2. I don't think it went up by that much. All right, so they'll dig, I'll stroke. They'll play a fatty next turn, I'll stroke that. Oh. Okay, and then they're gonna dig in response here. So we're still, like, in a great spot. They remove replays from Moto. There is a replay system in Moto, but you can't see your opponent's deck list in it. Yeah, top 8 was 100% green decks, is accurate. I'm gonna take Glory Banger here. I think I'm gonna shock this in. I still have Teferi's effect coming up here. I'm gonna opt because I could find another Thoughtseize. I'll bottom that. I don't need a backup of him. If they don't play into another counterspell with the Chandra, I get to activate Azcanta. If they do, I get to stroke them. You know, it's kind of win-win. Disdainful Stroke, very good in this matchup. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and do this now. Welcome. I'll be your guide on today's version of Garbage Time. Do 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 do. Going to my job is pretty high EV. Love it. I agree. I really hope Goose doesn't make it out of the 18th alive in Standard. Get rid of it. Okay, sweet. So on Friday, there was a PTQ on Magic Online that was won by this deck that our opponent was playing here. It was a mono black aggro deck playing Smuggler's Copter and a bunch of these 2/1s that come back. Which, yeah, I've really regretted not having my deck in stones today. Registering no copies of Deck in Stone is feeling like it was a mistake. Rats, they hit the lands. They're gonna swift end us. Yep. Well, Shambling Vent, I loved you. I loved you, and this is how you repay me. Why you gotta do me dirty like that? Old Shambles. Poor Shambly boy. Seems good. Just gonna drag my curve down a little bit, bring in my Nyx-Fleece Ram as an anti-aggro card. When you die, it turns on Revolt with Fatal Push and you can push the Rankle. Good call. Good call. Morning, Eugene. Happy holiday. Happy Veterans Day. Not a holiday here, though, unfortunately. Kids are in school, etc., etc. I think waffles or biscuits are higher EV. Why not both? Why not both? Why must you choose between sugary goodness? Okay. The bottom of land here. Might be a little greedy. I like Fae of Wishes as just playing. Just playing as a 1/4 here. What are your thoughts on Archangel of Thune with the Nyx-Fleece Rams? I don't think I need extra win conditions. So I think it's unnecessary. I also don't think I have slots for it, so like... All of your sideboard slots are valuable. How am I supposed to dig through time now? I'm thinking of brewing a Metalwork Colossus EDF deck with Mystic Forge. Ooh, Mystic Forge does let you cast squids, doesn't it? I bet there's a sick Mystic Forge deck in this format. That sounds like something worth exploring. Sir Flying Teapot with the brand new Prime Sport. Welcome to Hoaglandia. I appreciate you shipping that my way this month. You're having a wonderful start to your week. My Fae of Wishes are just over here like defense. Defense. So, I can't quite cast this yet, but I think it's worth taking here. It's a card that's going to help pull me back in later. If they kill my Fae of Wishes this turn, I can dig through time, which is great. Are there eggs in this format? There's a literal egg. If we have literal egg and golden egg. Perfect. So we'll get to Fatal Push the Smuggler's Copter and then dig through time this turn. Part of the problem here is we're going to get ground out by this Castle Lockway. Push you off a cliff. Smuggler's Copter lets them draw and discard every turn. 1/4, just like hanging out, holding down the fort. We'd like another Fatal Push to deal with the Smuggler's Copter and then probably a Planeswalker of some sort. So like 5 mana Teferi plus Fatal Push are probably our best two best hits here. Huh? That kind of sucks. I guess I'll take... Huh? I think I take Nyx-Fleece Ram Supreme Verdict. I might be right to take Shambling Vent, though. In. while this format is less efficient than a format like Modern, I think mission briefings increased cost makes it not good enough. So no, the reason why it's not included in these Esper decks that we're playing today is I don't think it's good enough. There were 5x mono green devotion in the top 8 of the challenge. Yeah. Yeah. The hammer's coming down today, chat. It's hammer time. Once upon a time, there was a deeply offensive Magic the Gathering card that should never have been printed. Once upon a time is a deeply offensive Magic the Gathering card that should never have been printed. Are we dead? Feeling pretty dead. I guess I have this verdict still, but like Bloodsoaked Champion and Scrapheap Scrounger like all come back. So it's like, am I like the verdict's just like not even good? I don't know about you, but I'm feeling dead in two. It's a good line. It's a good line. Water, wet, and free spells tend to be broken. Ain't that the God's honest truth? We're actually nowhere near dead in two, right? Like, I've got Nyx-Fleece giving me life, and I've got this Shambling Vent down here. Oh, no. Water is not wet. Take a 10-minute timeout. Ain't nobody got time for you here. I think cohesive is a shitty buzzword. And I'd ask that you don't use buzzwords in my channel. To be more specific, I think the blue-white build felt better. But I think the reason why it felt better is in large part due to Declaration in Stone and Cast Out being more powerful generic answers. You see how I'm specific in talking about why I think the other build is better? That articulation is really important. The devil is in the details. Yeah, I think Settle the Wreckage is good too. We played Settle last time. And like, again, like, this is why it's important to test things, right? Like, I thought maybe this build could be better, but I wanted to try things, and we're playing it, and we're getting feelings for things that are going on. You have to fail a little bit before you can be successful. Yeah, we're super dead here. Feelings are great. Yep. Let's play the last couple. See if we can scrape out 3-2 or 2-3 in here. But yeah, I think I prefer the white-blue build that's on my website. Here's the real question. If bees have a conference meeting, is it all buzzwords? Thanks for the big biddies, Bob. I appreciate it. You rock. Happy Monday. Hope you're having a good start to your week. Come veil away with me. We're in the 1-2 bracket. I'm going to keep this in the 1-2 bracket. It's a couple of 1-2 10K bits. Maybe they're playing some kind of sweet mid-range pile. Hand sucks keep. Listen, I got turn 2 Thought Erasure, chat. Don't judge me. I don't know. Discard spells aren't quite as dead when you're playing when you're playing Teferi with them. Because like draw step discard's a real thing. Yeah, there's a lot of awesome things in the deck queue. In fact, I tweeted a bunch of things out last night. So I wasn't live over the weekend, but I'm always working. And I sat down last night for a few hours and hammered out a bunch of the build around decks in the deck queue. All right. My hope that they were dirtling does not look to be true. However, Fae of Wishes here is a great draw. Yeah, I think Blessed Alliance is fine. I think it's worse than Detention Stone, but I think it's still a playable card. Deal. Interesting. So I'm going to bin this because next turn they'll just be able to play Boros Charm in response. I had someone re-add Deep Fiend today, Neil Drock, so if you want to dump biddies into blue-red, it's going to be back in there today. So if you do it now, I'll get them applied. Tonight when I'm done. It's a good one. I'm just going to do this to make them cast Detention Stone. The upside to making them cast the Detention Stone here is that way if I draw a Supreme Verdict next turn, they can't hold up Boros Charm. And it also gives me an opportunity to Hero's Downfall this Soldier of the Pantheon. So we just wished for Wrath there. No, they have Boros Charm in hand, Bob. Again, killing this at sorcery speed because they have Boros Charm, which can give their permanents indestructible. So I heard blue-white might be better than this. Why not find out? You're absurd, Bob. Thank you. I appreciate it. Blue-white. Blue-white will be up first tomorrow. Bob coming in hot with the big bits. Oh, we're dead, right? Yeah, because this is 4+4. Hey, Percy, thanks for the tip. Bumping Timur Oko the next but awesome when I played it. Thanks. Sounds good. When I find the deck queue at? Right there. Right there on the website, too. Alright, so Nyx-Fleece is great. Push is great. I think I'm just pulling my curve down here. I'm going to leave D-Sphere in the board to search for with Fae of Wishes, but a lot of the time our Fae of Wishes in this matchup is just going to be a 1/4 blocker. Tier 3 towards a Marvel deck of my choice. Will do, Manual Trapper. I agree, Lord Aaron. One of the things, restrictiveness breeds creativity, and lower powered formats will have more deck diversity in them. So R&D's on the left coast. So it's currently 9:30 a.m. there. So you shouldn't expect to hear anything about Pioneer bans for a minimum of like 3 hours or so, 3 to 4 more hours. If not longer. How much to jam Narset draw lock tomorrow? Polly, can you direct message me? And I'll let you know after I'm done streaming today. Because I don't update the deck queue live as I go. So I can total everything that's been added today and give you an accurate number once I'm offline today. Just drop me a DM so I remember to respond to you and let you know what it would be. I don't want to give you a number now and then like have someone else bump things and then that number no longer be accurate. All right, our hand's pretty good here. Hopefully the search for Azcanta will help us find a white source. I really like the opponent's deck, by the way. How do you feel about Blessed Alliance and the Blue-Eyed Approach deck? It's probably okay. Again, like, Blessed Alliance versus Deck and Stone versus Last Breath. These are questions that we need to know more about the format in order to be able to accurately answer. We've not played Field of the Dead yet in this format. Kind of. We played a bad blue-white deck that had one of them, but not like a dedicated field ramp deck. Yeah, I agree. This game's a really good example of why I like Fae of Wishes in this archetype. Huh. I'm gonna bin that. I want a white source. Banfield is good. You top 16 with yours today. Sweet. So I'm going to attempt to Heroes Downfall Boros Elite here. It's been okay. I think the idea of approach control is reasonable. I think after playing with the Esper build today, I would prefer to play the the straight blue-white one. I'd be surprised if Yarok Field is competitive in this format. I think it probably has the problem of like other people can get under it. Yeah, and we'll find out if blue-white's better tomorrow because Bob's great. I am ditching that, looking for a white source. Perfect. I did see blue-red made second, which is sweet. Goodbye, friends. What about aristocrats? So that's too generic. Like, there's a lot of different directions that could go in. There's probably some kind of value sacrifice deck in this format that's reasonable. But, like, what does it look like? I have no idea. That question has a lot of moving parts to it. I think I'm happy with how we sideboarded here. Let's run it back. Hats off to Fae of Wishes for, like, keeping us in that game. My opponent stumbled, but we would not have been in it without our 1-4. Zafa, thanks for these 7 months. Welcome back. Rally is your favorite one. Yeah, I actually, there was a Kaya Ghost Form combo request for the build, for the builder on submission. I ended up building a Rally variation for that. Horned Turtle costs 3 mana, thank you very much. This only costs 2. YOLO. Let's draw blue source. Put a mulligan to 6. I've got 2 castable spells, even if we break off. Like, if we hit blue, this hand is quite good. Strictly better Horned Turtle. No, Fae of Wishes dies to Plummet. Thank you very much. Horned Turtle does not die to Plummet. Not strictly better Horned Turtle. Fae of Wishes gets countered by Spell Snare. Horned Turtle does not get countered by Spell Snare. Actually... Why is the Ferocious on Wild Slash valued highly over Shock? It's one of those things where it's just like, edge case better, and sometimes Shock is functionally Wild Slash most of the time. That being said, as long as Nexus of Fate is a deck in this format that's playing Fogs, like, Wild Slash prevents Fog from happening. So, like, if you can enable Ferocious, there is real upside against the deck that's seeing play in this format. Was that a good draw, chat? Hazaret the Pervert. Yep. Let's get that one out of there, please. Don't need another land. Definitely not a non-blue land. That's true. Fog and Standard hurt a lot of people recently. So again, I played that Downfall at sorcery speed because I didn't want to get blown out by Boros Charm. I'm going to shock in this land and just cast this dig here, I think. Maybe this is wrong. Maybe I'm just supposed to play a 1/4 in a Shambling Vent. Well, a lot of the Prowess builds are just like playing 8 slashes, Burr. And the Prowess decks can technically trigger Ferocious, right? Because they Prowess up to it. So even if they're not playing Shock Sure wrong, they can trigger it. We are going to take a crack at Esper Bus after this. Hey, thanks for the 10 months, Jack. Welcome back. I appreciate it. Time Raveler's great because it makes Boros Charm not be able to counter my stuff. Supreme Verdict here. Is this a good draw? What do we think? Teferi does a good job of making your discard spells not draw dead. Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Let's get rid of that one, shall we? And then we're actually going to close relatively quickly here, right? Like this Fae of Wishes is going to go find a... This Fae of Wishes is going to go find a Approach the Second Sun here in a second. Yeah, approach game 7. Then we've got Shambling Vent here as well. So like let's just get that. Go. And like this game 7 and then I have a 1/4. And I actually have 2 lands in my hands here right now, so I like pick this Fae of Wishes back up too. What are your thoughts on mana bases? Have any cycle lands perform better or worse than you expected? I was not expecting these lands from Shadows to be good, but these Choked Estuary and friends do a really good job of being like pseudo fast lands for the colors that don't have fast lands. So I think this cycle of lands is very playable in my experience with the format so far. You're not wrong that tapping 7 lands on here is super awkward. Yeah, I'm going to play the Fae here, and then I'm going to discard 2 lands and pick it back up. Supreme Verdict deck beats White Weenies, a tale as old as time. All right, sweet. So I think I prefer the blue-white build more than this, but we are still in contention to get our 3-2 and get our burrito bucks here. Life from the Loam isn't legal. Oh, Life from the Loam. That brings a whole bunch of other messy graveyard cards with it, unfortunately. All right, we're guaranteed to get at least $5 back though, which is great. We're gonna play one more match with this deck, then we'll take a quick ad break, and then we're gonna roll on into some Esper Party Bus as the last deck of the day. Thanks everybody for hanging out here. Hope everybody's having a great Monday wherever they are in the world. Hope you're staying safe if you're in a place that's getting snow right now, here in the Midwest and other places. Yeah, it's a good keep. Get to bottom of Godless Shrine, lead on Shambling Vent. To all of the haters out there who are currently running a campaign on Twitter saying that the London Mulligan is bad, get out of here. The London Mulligan's the best thing to happen to Magic the Gathering, and maybe ever. Maybe ever. So, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. All right, so what am I think I'm just tapped land Fatal Push here. It could be right to just play at 1-4 again, though. Fae of Wishes is so great. Opponent's probably playing Hardened Scales. If you asked me a year ago, I would have said Arena was the best thing to happen to Magic anywhere. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. My kid's birth, 9 out of 10, winning on a mull to 5 priceless. That's a take. Listen, there were 2 people in the recent Pro Tour top 8 that didn't figure out they were supposed to be playing 4 once upon a time in their deck. So it's important to realize that not everyone who is successful in Magic understands Magic cards very well. So we're going to end step granted, untap, Supreme Verdict. I think. Woof. So Nissa here is going to let them give 1/1 counters to their things, which turn into 2 1/1 counters for Hardened Scales. Yeah, if I had another black source, I could Fatal Push this plus Hero's Downfall this. So I'm going to Fatal Push the Experiment one now, because otherwise they can remove counters from it to regenerate. But I suppose if they want to kill my Teferi, I get to kill their Nissa on the backswing, which is like not all bad, because they're almost out of cards, right? And like, I have this to clean up this. Yeah, this is fine. If people want my take on the London Mulligan with the other people that are talking about it, I posted this morning. So Walking Ballista, sure. Sounds like a good Hero's Downfall target. Yeah, I agree, Edmain. And honestly, there might be, like we were talking about... Actually, you know what? You're talking about creature lands. I had 2 Field of Ruin in the approach deck that we played last time. Maybe we should play Mutavault tomorrow. I'm going to make a note for that. Play Mutavault in U White approach tomorrow. Like, not even as a win condition, but just like as a way to pressure Planeswalkers seems very good. Been banned from trading, and I don't know why. They randomly ban people from trading on Magic Online to try and prevent fraud. Isn't Magic Online great? Aren't secondary markets great? As is the case with most things on the internet, if you click my link to read my take on the London Mulligan, I'd encourage you to never read the comments. Just don't do it, chat. Just don't do it. All right, what am I getting with granted here? Okay, so there's 2 different directions I can take here. I can take Detention Sphere as a general catch-all, or I could take the second approach to the Second Sun. I think I'd like to take Detention Sphere. just to be able to do some cleanup. Because like with 5 mana Teferi, I'll get back to my first approach pretty quickly. I also like don't have line 6-7 lined up yet guaranteed. And like I granted there, even though I don't need a specific thing yet, just because I wanted to use all of my mana and just like playing what's it called out, or attacking with Shambling Vent didn't seem good. All right, and then I think I just play this and tuck this hanger back here. If they have a fatal push, I get in trouble though. Speaking of the secondary markets I've been playing, I started to unload a bunch of my Magic cards. It is a reality check as I look at what some of my stuff is worth. Do you know how ungodly Mox Stipend got to? Yeah, a lot of legacy stuff has gotten really expensive. What do I do to regain my tradability? You got to go through Thoughtseize support stuff. It ain't pretty. All right, I'm gonna Thoughtseize them to start. See what they got. Cause they keep not tapping these 2 lands. They must have a spell, right? This is game 1, so I'm expecting them to not have Veil. If they had Veil, I think they would have Veiled this tuck last turn. They could have like a fatal push, but I think they would have pushed their own Hangerback Walker last turn. Sure, that makes sense. And they know about this D-Sphere, right? But I was taking their card anyways, so they might as well fire it off. The sweet thing about putting Hangerback Walker under the Detention Sphere here is if I draw 3 mana Teferi, I can bounce D-Sphere and then replay it on something else. I mean, I'm sure the way they lock people out of trading isn't truly random. I'm sure there's some series of flags that get tripped in their system that flag you as, hey, you're not allowed to trade anymore. The sun is approaching. The sun will come up tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow. Do. All right, second verse, same as the first, a little bit louder and a whole lot worse. Checking out some of my options here. You know, it's actually funny. I was just thinking as I cast that opt, I did not tap optimally, so I can't leave up dig. Oh wait, my lands are gonna untap, right? Yeah, JK. Deck's busted. There might be something to this whole dig through time plus approach the second sun combo, chat. These cards might be good together. Have a feeling. I'm gonna board out Thoughtseize and bring in a bunch of cheaper removal. I mean, like, to be fair, just for the record, for anybody who thinks that Dig Through Time is overbearing there, like, Dig Through Time was a mercy killing. Like, if we didn't have Dig and Approach in our deck, our opponent still wasn't going to win that game. It was just going to take us another 30 turns to actually end it, right? Like, Approach and Dig are great because, like, they take games that have been over and they actually end them. That's an ideal thing to be having going on in the format. Do you remember when Teferi tucking itself into your library over and over and over again was a real thing? Jace or Narset. I think Jace is a fine card in general. But Narset's probably worth testing because Narset is good against, Narset's good against Phoenix too. There's one thing I've learned from you is you should play decks that kill your opponent. Ending the game is busted. Man, I'm kind of in shock that like there were five green devotion decks in the top 8 of the challenge again. That's like super wild. Like they banned 2 cards out of it and they put 5 copies into the top 8. Yeah, it takes a good bit of effort to like get pages onto my website, Corgi, or decks onto my website. So that's just like something that I can do trivially. Takes time and money. Gotta pay for art. I spend a few $1,000s in any given year on art assets, whether it's emotes or stuff for the website or other things like that. Teach War, thanks for the 12 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, I agree, Trudon. The green decks are just way more consistent than everything else, right? We should let Declan do the art. All right, I'm going to play Teferi and plus him here because I don't want them to, like, play a land out next turn and then plus this, then shoot this. Hey, Singer, thanks for the 3/4 of a year. Is Nykthos the card banned from that deck? I have no idea. I really hope they get rid of Once Upon a Time before they do anything else. In my opinion, Once Upon a Time is the card that needs to go. All right, how do we feel about shock this in, block here, wish for Supreme Verdict, untap Verdict them? The ban list update today is whenever they feel like it. Oh, I don't have double white. Tilt. It's gonna be okay. I believe in us, chat. We can do it. Do you believe? I get a draw step, I get an opt, and I get a Teferi draw. Oh no. The Bant deck was awesome, Jet. We like hot knife through butter. So rather than try and be greedy, what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna do this. This means my Teferi's gonna die. Oh, we'd have got there. Oh no. Oh, we didn't believe, chat. We didn't believe. Should have never doubted myself. Should have never doubted myself. I let fear into our dojo, chat. I let fear creep in. And this is how we are punished for letting the fear infiltrate our space. Should have greeted harder, chat. Should have greeted harder. I didn't know the level of professionalism we were about to experience. And for that, I apologize. Please don't turn off the channel. I apologize. I promise to be more professional moving forward. Man. Okay, so I'm going to 9, but then next turn I get to flip search and cast dig through time. Good morning, Cardfather. Yeah, I haven't reviewed enough of my archives. Should have known we were gonna get there. Jeff, is the bits thing you proving that if you have 50 cents for every bad take, you'd be a millionaire? So I upped the minimum number of bits to cheer because I was tired of non-subs posting bad takes and only giving me a penny for a bad take. So yeah, kinda. I wanted more than a penny if someone's gonna shout a bad thing at me. I do appreciate the people that send me little bits of bits here and there. Bad take. Thanks, dude. Subs get more leeway with bad takes. I got murdered by Esper, Narset plus days of doing an ESC challenge. Yeah, we're gonna be trying that again sometime soon. I think it's really sweet. Thanks for the 7 months, Waffles. Welcome back. So yeah, very bad takes. I see you, Otros. I was content with the core of this archetype. Again, Fae of Wishes continues to be just an incredibly impressive card, especially alongside Teferi Time Raveler. Like, this card was great as a 1/4 at multiple points. It was great giving us utility out of the sideboard, so I was super pleased with this. Overall, I was pretty underwhelmed by the black splash in this deck, or like adding black to it. Bob cheered a bunch of bits again, so we're actually going to run back the straight blue-white build again tomorrow morning to get a better feel for that and see what we think of it. But I think as of right now, at this very moment, if I was to work on Approach more, I definitely would favor working on the straight blue-white build some more. That's up on my website right now, as opposed to working on this Esper variation some more. Rolling taters. Kept forgetting to use my Prime sub, so happy Veterans Day. Thanks for re-upping it here. I appreciate that. Happy Monday and Veterans Day to you as well. Only the stringent policy of only professionalism in the content. Thanks for the half a year, fat kid in a scooter. All right, so we've got one more Pioneer deck coming up here next today before I call it a day. We've got some Esper Party Bus here featuring the one and the only Lumbering Battlement. I'm going to go ahead and roll a quick ad break and run to the restroom before we play this, though. Don't worry, non-subs, you're not missing any actual Magic content while we take a break, so I'll be back in a few. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out.